Hey everyone, this is Mr. Aynesworth, and we're going to get into our first lesson here in section 3.2 and talking about how to solve one-step equations with fractions. Alright, so what I want you to do before we get started though is to take out your drill sheet on drill number 1 on fraction basics and everything, where I showed you all kinds of non-traditional techniques, and have that side by side with this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall that. I'm going to show you which drill I'm talking about or what skill I'm talking about that we've been working and developing throughout the week. So have that. Have also your red pen out. Okay, so you need a red pen, okay, and show all steps. We use the red pen to show steps here, so get that out and ready. Get your drill sheet out. Get the drill number 1 out and ready so we can refer to it. Alright, and we want to show the entire process on the right hand side. So here we go. Let's get started here and go over some basic equations dealing with fractions. Let's learn how to take 2/3 plus something, which is x here, and solve that when it's set equal to 4/5. Now in these equations here, in this type here, is you want to add the opposite first. Okay? Let me state that in red. So add the opposite, okay, first. Add the opposite first. Some of you guys might be thinking subtraction, which is the same thing, or you can think of it as subtract. Okay? Whatever you see, whatever the inverse is. The inverse of adding 2/3 is adding a negative 2/3. So use your red pen, add a negative 2/3 to both sides, or you can think of it as minus 2/3 on both sides. We know that opposite's always here, cancel to 0. 2/3 minus 2/3 is 0, giving you x here. And then the question is, what's 4/5 minus 2/3? And that's where your side work comes in. So let's do all that work on the side. Let's take 4/5 minus 2/3, and let's do it the non-traditional way. Alright, let's use this 3 product rule that I was talking about. When I was explaining to you that you start off with a left cross product, so 1 times 5 minus 2 times 6 divided by 6 times 5. You get to multiply 3 times. That's where that name came from. So you start off with your left cross product here, 4 times 3, subtract 5 times 2, and then divide that by 5 times 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, minus 5 times 2, 10, divided by 5 times 3 is 15, and you get 2/15 here. You can get common denominators if you like and do it the old-fashioned way. For example, if you want to do it that way, you get 15s here. That's how you line them up back in grade school, so this is the old way here. Okay, this is the new way, the 3 product rule, as I call it. Okay, on your skill sheet here. And what you do is you go 15 divided by 5 is 3, 3 times 4, so you go times 3 times 3, you get 12 here, and you go times 5 times 5. This is what you did in grade school. 12 15ths minus 10 15ths equals 2/15. Same answer. Okay? So you can do it the old way or the new way, I don't care. You're going to get the same answer. Try to do something new. Those people that use this 3 product rule can add and subtract fractions very quickly. Okay, so keep that in mind just by looking at it. 12 minus 10 divided by 15 can be done in your head, especially when you get good at it, okay, which you will. Alright, let's try this one here. Let's take y plus 3 5/9 and set that equal to 16. And once again, just like this one, I added the opposite of 2/3 first. Well, I'm going to add the opposite of 3 5/9, which is a negative 3 5/9. So let's subtract 3 5/9 to both sides. Again, show your canceling to 0 here. Opposites always add to 0. And you get y is equal to 16 minus 3 5/9. So let's do the side work over here. 16 minus 3 minus 5/9. Now on your drill sheet, that's problems 1, 2, and 3. I suggested to you that instead of using common denominators, think of it real simple and just subtract the whole part and the fractional part going from left to right. Alright, so let's do that. 16 minus 3 is 13, minus 5/9 brings us under 13, so let's put down 12 and something. And you subtract 5 parts out of 9, then 4 parts out of 9 remain. Alright, simple. So you get 12 and 4/9. Alright, so just use your skills that we've been working on. Okay? Once again, I'm trying to show you different ways of doing things. Let's take this one here. This is a ridiculously simple one here. Sometimes I don't know why I put this in, but Hey, it's kind of nice because sometimes people get hung up on these simple ones. They think it's too simple, when it's really not. Okay? I mean, it is, but it's not hard. Anyways, here we go. The inverse of subtracting 1/3 is adding 1/3. These are inverses. So you add 1/3 over here. Okay? These cancel to 0. And you get x equals 8 plus 1/3. And that's 8 1/3. That's what 8 1/3 means. 8 plus 1/3. Done. Alright, let's take this one over here. Let's take divided by 6 equals 2.5. Now the inverse of dividing by 6 is multiplying by 6. So you want to multiply by the reciprocal of 1/6 here. Okay, you want to multiply both sides. So multiply here by 6 and then multiply this by 6. Here the reciprocal of 1/6 is 6, multiplying by 6. So multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/6, which is 6. Show the canceling here. 6 divided by 6 is 1. X equals whatever this is. Now the fast way to do is multiply both of these by 6. So 6 times 2 is 12. And 6 times 1/2 is 6/2. And that's 12 plus 3, because 6 divided by 2 is 3, which is 15. Okay, or you can do it the old way. You can take 2.5 times 6, or 5/2 times 6. You get 30/2 or 15. The same thing. So this is the old way. Alright, and this is the new way here. This is faster. Just multiply both by 6. The next one, we've got 3y is equal to 5 2/3. Okay. We want to multiply by the reciprocal just like we did above here, and the reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. So I can multiply both sides by 1/3. I want to multiply, okay, by the reciprocal. The reciprocal. Now, you could do this. I'll show it one of two ways. You can divide by 3 here, like that, or you can write it out like this. 3y equals 5 2/3 here. You can multiply both sides by 1/3. It's the same thing. These two are two different ways to write it, but they're the same thing. Dividing by 3 is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, which is 1/3. And I'll do it both ways so you can see I get the same result. Here I got to take 5 2/3 divided by 3. Change that to improper. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2 is 17/3. Times the reciprocal, which is 1/3. And then I get 17/9 in this case. So 17/9. So y is 17/9 or 1 8/9. This way, here, the 3's cancel out, and I get y is equal to this. But notice that these are the same things. I get 17/3 here times 1/3. You get 17/9 again, and I get y equals 1 8/9. So it doesn't matter how you show it here. You can divide by 3 or multiply by a reciprocal. As I said over here on the left-hand side. I said multiply by a reciprocal, or you can say divide. Okay? Either way, it's the same thing. These mean the same, as you know from 4th grade when the teacher started doing this. But this multiplying the reciprocal business is used all the time. That's why I highlight it. In fact, let me show you again. I'm going to use it again down here. 3/4 times p equals 2 3/5. Oh, by the way, this is a video, right? So hopefully you guys have figured out the pause and play feature of this. You can pause and play anytime, rewind, fast forward, listen to it again. Do whatever you need to do, because sometimes it'll go a little bit too fast for some of you. So use the pause and play feature. Pause it whenever you need to. And once again, I need to multiply by the reciprocal again. And the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. So let's go ahead and do that. Times 4/3 on both sides. Now this right here, 12/12 is 1. Times p gives you p here. And then I have to figure out what this is. So I change it to improper. 5 times 2, 10, plus 3, 13. So I get 13/5 times 4/3. There's no canceling opportunities here, so I get P is equal to 4 times 13, which is 40 and 12, 52, divided by 15 here. Take 52 divided by 15, get 3, 45, 3 times 15, 45, subtract, get 7, so 3 and 7 fifteenths. So 3 and 7 fifteenths. Okay, let's have you give it a shot now. We're going to do some in-class practice. And remember, this is a pause and play video. Okay, so when I say pause and go for it, go for it. Pause it and go for it. And then after you pause and play, check with my solution as I summarize. Okay, so here we go. We're going to give you a chance to check your skills. Now open this side by side with the lesson, all right, because all of these equations are the same form as the previous ones. I just changed the numbers. All right, so take this off to the right as I am here. Go ahead and add the opposite of 3/8 on both sides and see what you get. And once again, do all your side work over here and use your skills. All right, pause the video and go for it. Okay, we're back now, and I'm going to add the opposite of 3/8, which is the negative 3/8. And I'm going to cancel my opposites here, and I get x equals 5/7 minus 3/8. And that's when you kick in your 3-product rule. Start with the left cross product. Okay? So what I'm saying is this. I'm saying 5 times 8 minus 3 times 7. And that's 40 minus 21 divided by 7 times 8, which is 56. 40 minus 21 is 19. Divided by 56 gives you 1956. Simple if you use your 3-product rule. All right? Now you don't have to use that. You know, you could use your common denominator, set this equal to 56 here, 56 here, times by 8, times by 8, get 40 here, times by 7, 21, whoops, and 40 minus 21, 19. So you can do it the old way too. I don't care. Because as long as you know it, either way, I'll be a happy guy and so will you. But you're going to do well. Okay? Pause the video, try the next one. Okay, we're back now, and we have y plus 2 and 4/7 is equal to 12. And you want to add the opposite here, so you want to subtract 2 and 4/7 on both sides. Okay, these opposites cancel, and you get y is equal to this. And that means you got to do a little side work here. So you get 12. 12 minus 2 minus 4/7. From left to right, 12 minus 2 is 10, minus 4/7 gives you 9, and something here. And if you take out 4 out of 7, then 3 out of 7 remain. So you get 9 and 3/7. Okay? No problem. Just kick in your techniques. That right there, that technique I just talked about was on your drill sheets. It's problems 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next one. Pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, we're back now, and we got x minus 2/5 equals 9. All you had to do is add the opposite here of 2/5 on both sides. Okay? And you get x equals 9 and 2/5, and you're done. Okay? That wasn't very hard at all. Okay, pause the video and try the next one. Okay, we're back now, so we have x divided by 5 equals 4 and 3/7. Now the inverse of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5 and show my canceling. I got x is equal to 5 times 4, 20, and 5 times 3, 15/7. So 15/7. That's 20 plus 15/7. So x is equal to 20 plus 2 and 1/7 here. Okay, and that should give us 22 and 1/7. Okay, you got to add the whole parts. Okay, 7 divides into 15 2 times with 1 remaining, so 2 and 1/7. Add it to the 20 to get to 22 and 1/7. Okay, pause the video. Try the next one. Okay, you have 4y is equal to 4 1/2. you can either do one of two things. You can divide by 4 like this, or, as I said before, you can take 4y equals 4.5 and multiply by the reciprocal, which is multiplying by 1/4. Okay, either way, it's the same thing, different ways. Okay, here you get y is equal to 4.5 divided by 4, which is 4 1/2 times the reciprocal. Well, 4.5 divided by 4 this way, which is 9/2 times the 4th. Okay, which gives you 9/8. Or on this side, you get y is equal to 9/2 times the 4th. Same thing, you get 9/8. So either way you want to do it in red, divide by 4 or multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, one more time. So either divide, okay, or multiply by the reciprocal, as I keep on saying so many times throughout my video here. These basics that you start learning in 4th grade are coming in to play because all the arithmetic skills are used in algebra. Okay, that's why I'm going over them in detail, and you got to get good at them if you want to proceed in math, that's for sure. On this next one, pause the video and give it a shot, okay? I forgot that you need to try it first. Pause and go. Okay, we're back now, and we want to multiply by the reciprocal of 1/5, which is 5. So times 5 times 5. Show the canceling. And you get p is equal to 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 2 is 10/3. As we know, though, this is 25 plus, let me see, 10/3 is 3 1/3. Total of 28 1/3. Okay? That's how it's done. So what I want you now is turn the page, and now you get to try it, okay? You need to check answers, okay, in the instructor's notes. Okay? And secondly, you got to do all your work in the spiral. So do all work in the spiral, all right? And then check when you're done. Check online. These are online, as you guys know, on my website. So give it your best. See you tomorrow.